All right, fire signs, you're building foundation on hallowed ground, new inventions, sacred ground, choices to stand up for things you believe in being put to the test. Okay, fire signs, building your foundation on hallowed ground, new inventions, sacred ground, choices to stand up for things you believe in being put to the test. Okay, so you thought you knew, thank you, Spirit, your way was best. Okay, now, they said you always see everything like a contest or a competition, fire signs. It's like you always see everything as like a contest or a competition. So you thought you knew your way was best. And it's almost as if like you always put things into context of a competition or a game. And it's like it lights something up inside of you when you think about those things that way. But you thought you knew your way was best, right? And they gave me the energy of you literally trying to think your way out of something rather than feel your way out of something, right? So the foundation that you're building, something's been redirected, okay? Because what you're building now is a new foundation on hallowed sacred ground. So it's giving me the energy that there's nothing underneath it, okay? There's nothing under the foundation. Not meaning that it's going to sink, meaning that it's clear, that it's open. Now you're building a foundation on very hollow sacred ground. And that's what they mean. And thank you so much, Rihanna. And so thank you all of you for your likes, your comments, and your gifts. And so this is where it's like new ground, new inventions. All right. It's sacred because it's more in reverberation and alignment with your true calling, your true soul. All right. Is what was just given me. Now the choices to stand up for things you believe in are being put to the test. It's your season. Okay. And the reason that the devotion of thinking your way is best and now coming from building a foundation that's been put to the test, but you've been revamping that foundation. And we're talking about even the foundation of your belief systems, even the foundation of your spiritual identity, even the foundation of your home, your business, your sanctuary. These are foundational things. I just wanted to break that down for you guys. So when I speak, I'm not speaking from one dynamic about a foundation generalization. I'm talking about you, your spiritual identity, things you pursue, your career. All of these things are part of your foundation. Okay, that's how deep this understanding and revelation goes for you. It's not superficial here. Okay, building your foundation on hallowed ground, okay? New ground, new inventions, new sacred ground. You hear more of a sound, which tells me you hear more of a frequency of a higher vibration, okay? That has enacted this part of this calling within your reverberation. And that's why your choices, you're standing up for things you believe in is being put to the test. Because what you're having to do is really go back to these things of what do I want to build my foundation on? What pretenses? What belief systems? What aligns with me? What really is sacred to me? Okay, the choices you stand up for, maybe things you defend, people you defend, family you defend, whatever that is, right? It's being tested to the core. The reason being is because it's building your foundation. It doesn't have to do with anything or anyone else. It has to do with you building your foundation, what you align with. But you can only find what you align with, fire signs, by going inside and connecting with the divine. So you're learning the true art as well, and the true gift of spiritual intelligence and spiritual discernment as well, to build these foundations. Because whatever this feeling is inside of you of building this new identity, this new foundation, this new belief system, this new way, this new cause, this new generation within your understandings and understandings and belief systems. I mean, it's huge. It's not just a career space. It's not just a home space. It's a spiritual identity space. It's a foundation that you're going to build upon. Okay. And that's why it's very sacred, hollow ground. The choices to stand up for things you believe in are being put to the test. It is your season. It's not necessarily your season to rest. It's your season to learn more about yourself and your belief systems and what you stand up for to the core, so you can build this foundation that you believe in. And I say this with the most humble due respect that I can. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes in, because it's about the way that you connect to the divine, and those that are meant to cross pathways with you will, as long as you're always connecting to the divine and really, really taking the discernment and the level of concern that you have to do X, Y, and Z. So it's even deeper on a context of your devotion to yourself and your spiritual identity as well. So it's very deep. And they said you are going to know and do know your connection well. So it's really huge. They give me like this, it's beautiful though, because they give me this half of this tree trunk, but this tree trunk is huge and it's like an oak, right? And you're in the middle of this growing, right? And this is where you're starting to really try to expand, okay, your foundation, your belief systems, internal revelations, and that has to do with the beautiful energy of the new moon and the Kazemi and cycles closing out. Okay, it's always cycles that are closing out, standing in for things that are more true to you and in alignment with things that you feel and that you vibe with, right? And it's this big push, fire signs, that they're giving me for you, that it's really about your sacred destiny and who you find to be authentic in alignment and true with you. Now, this is also building soul family around you. So I don't think even you realize of the energetic cords that you're putting out into the universal atmosphere to bring this physical energy in. And this is part of the being and the doing process that you are now able to receive in this foundation here. Okay. There's a lot of swift change here for many different signs and synchronicities. So it's a call to action to intentionalize the things that you've really wanted to do, fire signs, is the best way I can say that.